say, well, this I like, this is fun, or this doesn't suit me at all, and well, this makes me feel more of my true. Oh well, you are here because you chose to be here. You are trying on all sorts of things. You are like a teenage girl who goes to a store that has amazing clothing that's far more expensive than what she can afford, but yet she gathers up as many things as possible and takes into the dressing room to try them on. Om Shanti, Shanti. Judah Mama set us free. Every soul now shifting Sweet Lord, Judah set us free. Every soul now shifting into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity. Oh, Shanti, Shanti. Sweet Lord, Judah set us free. Every soul now shifting into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity. Good morning, Emma. Still on the search for your rock band. Brendan. Hi, Brendan. Brendan says, hello, long time no see. I had been working on a poem, but I've been pretty busy lately. I was only just watching my song only about 2 minutes ago. That's pretty awesome. Hello, Brendan. Good to see you. One of your friends, I guess you sent one of your friends to check out the video with your song. I appreciate that. That's not even the monkey, that's the hedgehog. I don't know what Jack did with the monkey. The monkey's been on vacation. No matter, Jack's not getting up to play with anything anytime too soon. Emma says she subscribed to you, Brendan.
I think it might be in the other room. I don't know. That's the sort of thing that'll get me off track and late for work. And searching for a monkey that nobody really wants except for Brendan. Brendan, overall, I'd say I'm doing very well. How about you, friend? And good morning, Carl. Hi, Carl. I did not get to your live. I saw it, but I was pretty sick yesterday. I was struggling to get better fast. What do you know? I did. I'm going to turn the fan on. It's a little warm.
Om Shanti Shanti peace. Sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity.
How does one move stuff so fast? Squirrel. Squirrel. Everybody's saying hello, fishing and hunting outdoors. Good morning, Jamie. How are you? What's your plans? You've been out fishing, I see. Out doing the thing. Well, us poor suckers go and do our 9 to 5s. You're doing the darn thing.
Om Shanti.
Brennan says, not too bad. Things have picked up a bit for me. So at last, I will definitely send you that poem, though. I think you will get a laugh. I would love to put it to a song. Good morning, dear William. Funny. Jamie said he subscribed to Brendan. See, Brendan? You're hilarious. This is all just a sign that you need to stick your toe into the YouTube creator pool. I'm sorry, yes, I'm talking to my friends again, Jack. My invisible friends. I'm okay, though, I promise. Well, Emma, I love you so much, and I'm getting ready for work, hun. I'm putting on my mask for the day. And blowing my nose because allergies. Bubba, is your ear itching? Say no duh, Mom. No duh, Mom. I was just fixing to move the tripod, but knowing him, he'll turn as soon as I do. Hi, baby boy. I love him. Ooh. So, we forgot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, we're gonna let it go, right, Jack? Yawn it out. I'm sorry. This is so crazy. I love him so much. All right, baby. Let's get going. Magnetic North. Good morning, Lee. Thanks for hanging out and kind of keeping an eye on things for us last night, Lee. That was great. And just being there and participating and adding your lovely energy. Carl, how are you doing, friend? Usually by now I've said something that you say, I don't like that, or we don't have that in Ireland. You're being very quiet this morning, Carl. Brendan, everybody's saying hello, except for Brendan, the Australian, says yo to all. Lee says it was a great live and went very well. Thanks, Lee. I never, my the ego started acting up on me, being, well, you're just using these sessions, this hour as a therapy. And is anybody else getting anything out of this? Into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity. But of course, the ego wants to hang out. It doesn't want us to get into our right mind. And that's all I'll say about that, because that gets a little crazy sounding for our friends who don't subscribe to A Course in Miracles. You know I'm going to move that. That's good enough. I hope so. Thanks for that, Lee. The ego says, hell no, we won't go. As a matter of fact, the Course in Miracles calls them Legion. And William says, hello, Carl. We know you're out there. We miss you. Come back to us, Carl. Brendan, you were asking Magnetic North about fishing, catching fish. Magnetic North is Lee, and he does some alternative fishing. There we go. Lee from Magnetic North says, Brendan, I fish for metal, not fish. cleaning the waters from waste and cleansing the planet. Emma says, William, I am looking for a rock band. Brendan says it's funny that it's morning there, 5:07 p.m. Friday down here. It's so confusing to me. But you know, I'd like to be at 5:07 right now, p.m. Be like a blink of an eye. The day went by so fast I didn't even realize what was happening. Emma Brendan says he's 49. It was funny. Emma made me laugh. She says, oh, okay. Have you ever felt more dismissed? Emma is 16 and wants to be a rock singer in a rock band. That is her dream. Maddie, good morning. Maddie says, a beautiful soul I do hear over the ground, not so near. Blessed to have you as a friend from Scotland, love I do send. Maddie, you're so good at that. Good morning, friend. Yes, and Emma's very aware that she has a beautiful heart and a beautiful soul. And that is very, very true, Emma. And Emma's just confirming it is her dream. William says, good morning, Maddie. Oh, there we go. There's my good friend, Carl. Carl says, I don't have a heart. Carl, you know what? You know what's coming, don't you, Carl? Carl, I love you so darn much. Maddie saying hi to everybody. Hey Brendan, do you get lightheaded a lot? Do you know what's coming? Emma says, I just love my dark brown hair and dark blue eyes. That's a beautiful combination, Emma. Carl said he had people there last night who were in the hospital yesterday. You know, that's some really, really good friends, Carl. But I have to say that people who aren't doing well physically, I can see why they'd want to go hang out with you on their live because you're just so wonderful and I love your accent. So good. I may not have, Lee. I may have. Did I see your comment above? Aw, Lee. I love you too, Lee. Thank you. Lee says, I love you. Thank you for being you, for the energy and positivity you bring to all, no matter what you're going through there, I think is what you're saying. Maddie. I'm not Maddie, Magnet. Lee. See, you got me all flustered. I can't even speak now. Thank you for that, Lee. Oh, Brendan says, good to hear. I used to fish, but I always thought it was a bit cruel. But my feelings on fishing change all the time. All the time. You know, Lee, I just love that you said that. And friend, I just want to say, I am reflecting back to you your very best traits. The love, the positivity, the beautiful energy you bring. Lee says, fishing I do if you're going to eat what? Fishing I do if going to eat what I catch, not something kind of hooks. Maddie says, everyone needs a yogi and a cat in their lives. Too kindest soul on YouTube, period. Thanks, Maddie. And Emma says, I am too beautiful to resist. Well, you're definitely a beautiful soul, Emma. Okay, really, yeah. Carl, you do too have a heart. Lee says, not large hooks. It was in the middle of the message. And okay, got you. Lee says, Maddie, I hope you're well. Brendan says, one day you will have to explain to everyone why a 49-year-old has fallen in love with the monkey. That one day together we will rule the world. If you've ever heard the monkey song, our friend Brendan is totally responsible for it. He's fallen in love with the monkey, but we've got to give him a little grace because he's in Australia, and I think hanging upside down like that all the time must mess with your brain. Carl says, I don't need a yogi or a cat. That's okay. You have yourself. And we're all one after all. Carl, you sure do know how to win a girl's heart. Truly, you have won my heart, Carl. You know I had 4 brothers.
Shanti, Shanti, sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity.
Oh, I missed it. Brendan retracted. Darn it. Foxy Loves Bushka is here. Hello. And says, wait, Carl is here? Hi, Carl. Carl says, hi, Foxy. Brendan is all about the banana love. Emma says, I don't understand why people have my same name. Yeah, that happens, Emma. Lee says, people will learn when they know me that things I say are what comes from the heart and mind, and some of it has meaning or just random babble. And Foxy Loves Bushka says, beautiful dog. Jack says, thank you. Emma says hi to Foxy. Foxy says hi back. Lee says babble. Babble means useless information or random chit chat. Random chit chat. Yeah. Brendan's laughing. Whatever Brendan's doing over there, hanging on his head, it's working. He's hilarious. Emma says to Foxy, my dream is to be a rock singer with a rock band. Oh no, Carl. Carl says I'm not well. Oh my gosh, Carl. I'm sorry. What's going on, friend? I don't know, Emma. I had to ask Carl that myself. Foxy says, that's nice, Emma. Your dream is very nice. Maddie says, I have no dreams. I just wish peace in this world would prevail. Well, prevail. That is a dream. Well, it's not a dream, but it's a dream as in goals and things we'd like to see happen. That. Is there somebody else in here? Oh, is there somebody else in here called Emma? Or do you know somebody else named Emma, Foxy? I'm confused. There's some duplicity going on. Duplicity going on. Is there another Emma in this room chatting that I can't see? Carl says, thanks, Diana. Diana is Carl's YouTube friend. Is that correct, Carl? Oh, Foxy, got you. You're talking to your wife named Emma while being in this live stream. Okay. You had me very confused for a second. Only one Emma in here. Thank you, Lee.
Into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity.
Well, Emma's a beautiful name. And Emma Grace is an even more beautiful name. And Brandon says, there's only one heart I want to win over. Bananas only for you, monkey. Foxy Loves Bushka says, what's the dog's name? Oh, thank you, Emma. Emma says Jack. Jack is the Jack part of Cat and Jack. Okay, Lee. Lee's going to be away from the keyboard for a few. Hi, Maddie. Comment deleted. Sending love. And Carl says, thanks, Allie. And Emma says, there's only one of me. That's right, Emma. And nobody can do you like you can do you. Breaking those chains, breaking those chains. Oh, good morning, half empty. Foxy, oh, you know, yogis. Would that be correct, Foxy Lesbushka? Good morning, half empty. I did subscribe to you the other day after you left me that comment. I hope I left you a comment back. And Half Empty has a channel if you guys want to check out Half Empty's YouTube channel. Carl says, I don't believe that is the real Foxy. Emma says, I know that nobody is perfect, right, Kat? Well, not while we're here right now, but the truth of you, Emma, the real you, the deep down essence, God spark that is Emma, that is perfect. And that is you. And Foxy Lesbushka says, oh yeah, I think so, from yogis. And Foxy Lesbushka says, why, Carl? Do you know this is my first day back to work in how many days? 1 week? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 days. It's been 12 days since I've basically worked out. I might get my butt kicked today. We actually kicked off the 100 days of summer at Pepsi. Maddie, your names are so funny. Cold as ice is peeking in the background. It says there's one person that is perfect in my eyes. My thoughts go out to you, monkey. Foxy Lesbushka says, I guess I gotta do this again. What do you have to do again? All right, I'll be right back.
Om Shanti Shanti peace. Sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting heaven into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity.
Is this yours? There. And while we pause that, let's put on Brendan's song since he's graced us with his presence today. Let me see. He's actually got 2 songs.
A big red dog and his monkey up in the trees. One day Brendan came in.
You do have a song, Carl. That's not true. Let me get back there. We'll start her over. Or not.
And he fell in love with the monkey. He said, I will give you bananas if you go. And he said, I will give you bananas if you go. But the monkey said, no, I will not go. And the monkey said, no, I will not go. So Cat started to laugh, and she said, oh, Brendan.
Foxy says he will wait and join again with his other account to prove that they are the real Foxy Lesbushka. Carl, you do have a song. I'll play it after Brendan's songs. Carl says, hi, Sonia. Welcome back, lady. Carl says, hi, Sonia. Carl's got a lot of friends.
We came for the dog, but it ain't what you thought. When Jack came along, oh, you know, I took one look and I knew it wasn't me, it was you. Now you love him too, and Cat said, it's cool, it's cool. And if you swing that way, that's okay, it's all the same to me. See, if you swing that way, it's okay, I can live with that. If you
And that was Brendan's 2 songs. And Carl, I do have a song for you. Carl's song. Carl, do you remember when you told Jack he needed to go to Ireland? You told Jack he needed to return to his homeland. This is your song, Carl.
Carl comes in the room and says, "Hey Jack, it's time to return to your home country. Ireland calls to the heart." Jack the big red dog is torn. He loves his cat. Jack won't leave her. She's his
Lee,
destiny.
all these extra names, they're just our friend Maddie.
And Jack says no, not without my cat. Together they go to Ireland or not at all. But we love you all. Carl says let's go, and Jack says no, not without my cat. Together they go to Ireland or not at all. But we love you all. Carl comes in the room and says, "Hey Jack, it's time to return to your home country. Ireland calls to the heart." Jack the big red dog is torn. He loves his cat. Jack won't leave her. She's his destiny. Carl says let's go, and Jack says no, not without my cat. Together they go to Ireland or not at all. But we love you all.
I love Carl's song. And Foxy says the other phone is starting.
Jack the big red dog and his monkey up in the tree.
Lee says, yes, I know, but we must welcome each name for all the views and likes. Thank you, Lee. You're so thoughtful. Heartless Nomad says, Jack is such a chill boy. Yeah, most of the time he is. It'll be interesting to see when he gets a puppy. Foxy says 2%. And this is, there we go, 1%. Maddie, Jack is going to be 4 in June or July. I would say June. So he's almost 4.
Easter morning on the block, I woke up feeling shell shocked. My dog Jack ate the Easter
Foxy says he's got it good enough so they can prove I am the real Foxy. Brendan says, now that I've heard my song, I'm done with you. Brendan says, I'll leave you back to it. Hope you have a good day at work. And hoping that everyone in chat has a good one also. See you all next time from the Silly Man and for my monkey bananas. Bye, Brendan. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate you so much. You're so fun. And Nomad says, bless, he is a lovely dog. He is. He is. You know, I say it about each one of my dogs at the time, but Jack is just something a little bit different. Maddie said, did I already say, Brendan, take care? Take care, Brendan. Have a lovely weekend. Thanks, Foxy. Brenda says, I would stay, but it's breaking my heart seeing my monkey. Yeah, monkey's definitely playing hard to get. Lee. Hey, Lee, I reached out to Jake. And I told him the first 3 weeks in October, but, you know, with the kind of job he has, he needs exact dates. And I don't know what to tell him. I don't know. I know you'll be here for 3 weeks. But I really know and nothing else. Like I said, I have 3 days in the middle of the week that I don't even have to take off of work for. I can just show up. But I don't think he has the same luxury. Aw, thank you for subscribing, Brendan. Latanya, good morning. Latanya Mitchell says hi. Emma says hi there. Again, it's me, Emma Brown. Hi, Emma Brown. It's me, Cat Brown. Emma says she has a very beautiful and very powerful voice, just like her favorite singer from Citizen Soldier. Sometimes I just don't know when to leave well enough alone. And this is my favorite rock band ever is Citizen Soldier. Maddie says, have you heard of Pete and Diesel? No. Emma, I did. Citizen Soldier music is not for me.
Just a yogi in the breeze he flows. Forgive all the things he knows. Mind your gates, he softly says. The world spins wild, but he always stays. Cat don't love gates, but she loves her yogi. Takes a little pause when life gets foggy. Reflections deep, she purrs inside. With Jack and Rosie by her side.
Yeah, I know you really love them, Emma. It is. It's music from Suno. Yogi was beckoned by his song. Good morning, Yogi. How are you? Maddie says, Mr. Yogi, my friend, sends him a heart. Emma says, I just love depressed and sad and angry and emotional music. I used to too, Emma, when that's the way I felt. But my music changed as my mind changed about things. Emma says, hi there, Yogi. Yogi says, good morning, Kat. I'm wonderful and still feeling the effects of hanging with a truly beautiful person last night on a live stream. Same. Thank you, Yogi. And same. Yogi says, hi, Emma. And Emma says, Yogi, I am still going through a lot of anxiety and depression. Yogi says, I'm sorry, Emma. Mirza I hope I'm saying that right. Good morning, Mirza. Or hello. Good to see you. Yogi says, I'll be in the background for some writing time. Okay. Happy writing. Emma says, Yogi, I am not okay sometimes. It is so hard to say I am okay. Marissa says, okay. I hope that means you're doing well. It's okay, Emma. Oops. Come on, Cat, get it together. It is, Maddie. It's called SUNO, Suno. I know there's others out there, but this is the one somebody told me about. Emma says, sometimes I feel like I am broken and tired and sick. That's tough, Emma. I felt that way too before. But you know what? It does get better. Lee says, it was a beautiful live last night. Peaceful. Yogi says, me too, Emma, but you're not, and neither am I. You're not broken, and you're not alone. And neither is Yogi or Cat. Or Lee, or Maddie. Oh, and by the way, Maddie has all these, I want to say, badass names, which I find hilarious because he's so sweet and so wonderful and so big-hearted. A little bit opposite of his names. Maybe says, thank you, Kat. I'll check it out. You're welcome. It's fun. Carl says, I'm alone. I know you can feel like that a lot, Carl. Sometimes I go through that too. I look around and like, there's nobody to talk to. There's nobody to tell how my day went. There's nobody to complain to about things that have happened. But you're not truly alone. I know sometimes it doesn't help. It just feels very alone, no matter what somebody says. But I love you, Carl. I think we all love you. Thank you, Maddie. And I'm sorry, Emma. I did at one time have a conversation with, do you want to call it your guides, your guardian angel, your higher self? And really complained about life, about how frigging hard it was and how unhappy I was. And why do things have to be so darn hard? And the message I got was that unknowingly, I love this. I love this journey we're on. I love piecing together the clues. It's like a big adventure. And the more I thought about that, well, at first I'm like, no, wrong. That's not true. The more I think about it, the more it is true. I love this. I love this place. I love this experience. I love when I go through something tough and I finally get it. And it all becomes so beautiful. That's all I got. Oh, yes, be careful, Lee. And take care of yourself. Emma, I hear you. You say you just feel isolated from everyone. But like I was just talking about, you have guides that you don't even know about. You have so many what do you call them? You have so many guides and angels and loved ones that have passed that are rooting for you, and they're pushing you along, and they're adding their love, and they're just sending you signs all the time. So you're never really alone. You just got to be open to being aware of their presence. Carl says, I'm not on a journey. Emma says, I am unhappy and I feel left out. Emma, I suggest, doesn't matter what I suggest, but maybe, no, because when somebody told me that, it pissed me off. Emma, you just keep going along, girl. You've got this. Then you're loved. And you're not alone in your feelings. And you don't have to stay there forever. When you're ready to move on from those feelings, you will. Maddie says life experiences build character and strength. A mistake is a positive from which we can learn. Emma,
The moon feels high, it paints the sky. Cat and Jack, they pass
I
us
think
by.
sometimes you get a little confused in your mind, Emma.
Her little stand, we've got the crew, the nights unplanned.
But either way, you're not alone, and I love you. Socks. I'm sorry, Emma. Emma, honey, I know you're going through a lot, but I also know you get confused sometimes. But either way, you're never alone. Ooh. Bubba, I told you he'd turn his back as soon as I moved that camera. Let's move him around. You can't escape the camera, Jack. Hang on, y'all. Is it any wonder he hates it? I'm always sticking it in his face. There we go. It gives me just some more privacy. All right, I'm ready for some more Anjie. What did I miss?
Oh, Shanti.
Carl says I'm going through a lot. Emma says, me too, Carl. I am going through a lot of pain and suffering and severe depression and severe anxiety. It's really tough. Carl says, I have a decision to make about YouTube. I know you've been talking about having to make a decision about YouTube for a while now, Carl. But I would be sad to see you not around anymore, Carl. I think you're beautiful and you have a lot of friends and a lot of people who care about you. Let's hope Jack doesn't fall off the bed. Well, Emma, our day just started. Have you been up all night? You've been up all night. That's terrible. It's terrible. See, Mama loves her sleep, huh, Jackie? See, sleep makes everything better. You're gonna fall off the bed, baby. Goofy. I told you. I told you, friend. Go ahead, get back up there. Get back up there, yes. Go get your monkey. Get your monkey. He's up here. There's your monkey. How about a chicken? A chicken? They're all up there. Go ahead. Here's my friend. Oh, you got Mom's spot? Okay, you can have it. Emma, I think you need to talk to your therapist. Emma, do you hear me? Carl thinks he wouldn't be missed by certain people. Well, you know what? Why focus on those people? Are they worth your attention? Focus on the people who love you. Maddie says, sometimes we feel fear. Sometimes we feel fear. Previous dry eyes shed a tear. Silent words we cannot hear, but rest assured friends are near. Within your heart, within your mind, search friends and love you will find. Beautiful and true. Emma, what I want to say to you is you need to talk to your therapist, because I can't have you keep saying stuff like that and knowing you're hurting yourself and not being able to help you. So you've got to promise to talk to your therapist.
Every soul now shifting into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity.
I need to know you're getting the help that you need, Emma. Don't be sorry, Emma. We just need to know that you're going to be okay. You're going to be safe. And that you're not hurting yourself. And we can't help you from here. Oh, Jackie. I did not get permission to use this song, so I have to put it back. As much as I'd like to play it, I was only brave enough to ask for permission to use one song.
Oh, Shanti,
Carl says, Allie and Diana just said they want me to carry on. I love that. I agree, Carl. I'm glad you feel safe in here, Emma. Lee, are you still around, Lee? So funny. Maddie says I have to hop off now, Kat. Much love from Scotland. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Maddie. I love you. Send my love to Chloe. Emma says I am scared of bad and evil people. Carl says enjoy your day, everyone. Same to you, Carl. Thank you, friend. Maddie says bye, Kat, Emma, and chat. Emma says bye, Maddie. All right, let's do a time check. We're still early.
Om Shanti Shanti peace. Sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting heaven into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity.
William, I keep falling asleep, but is peaceful and needed. I'm glad.
Om Shanti
Probably the magic of Angie's voice. Serving my Redeemer, good morning. Serving my Redeemer says, we have to remember the passing seasons of our lives and remember they are just passing. It's from Ecclesiastes 3:1 in the King James Version too. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. I love that. Sometimes it's hard for people to get off the hamster wheel of certain seasons. It's like they get stuck. They get stuck in repeat. How are you serving my Redeemer? I appreciate you coming in with the inspiring words. Life gets in the way sometimes. I guess it's supposed to, right? Serving my Redeemer says, there, but by the grace of God I go. Thanks again, Kat. Sometimes I just watch the lives and don't chime in. Well, I definitely appreciate you chiming in today. Anytime, but really today. I'm watching you, sir. We came back from North Carolina with ticks. Or should we say, Cat came home with ticks because I can't find a tick or a flea on Jack. Not a one.
Shanti, Shanti, peace, sweet Lord Jesus, set us free.
Are you okay, Jack?
Into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity.
I was so sick, I resorted to drinking water. You gotta know I was really sick if I started drinking water. Plain water. Serving my Redeemer is asking, what are those drops they apply to their scruff and fleas are no more? I used to use Frontline, and now they have Advantage. Well, the vets around here are not carrying Frontline for dogs. There's Advantage, but it's only for fleas. Everybody's really pushing the oral flea and tick control, but Jack has got a real sensitive tummy. And you know, once you test out a pill on a dog, you can't take it back. So I am looking for Frontline if they still have it out there, which is a flea and tick, and he tolerates it well. You use those Mio drops. The sweet tea is to drink, yes, not for dogs. I'm using generic Crystal Light is what I usually use. But like I said, my stomach would not even tolerate that the other day. But you know, we both know deep down that what we're really supposed to be drinking is that clear water. So I'm going to give it a go. As long as I don't drink any Crystal Light today, I'll be fine with the water. It's like activating an addiction. At least that's how it is for me. My favorite Pepsi product. Okay, well, you know I don't really drink soda, but if I have to, it'll probably be a Mountain Dew. Like the worst. I have some strong opinions on Pepsi and Coke, just soda in general. But Pepsi encourages us to keep our comments positive in reference to our employers. So that's what I will do. Oh, but you know what I will drink? And it's we just distribute it. Rock Stars. I'm gonna try to stay away from. It's been 2 weeks. I'm gonna try to stay away from those two. They're just an energy drink. What do you think he's reaching for? Yeah, we have mug root beer. Now we're coming out, and I don't know if it's been available in other markets, but in our market, we're really pushing the zero sugar root beer. And I'm glad to see you stopped all soft drinks too. And I've been real surprised and pleased when I go in to help somebody else that I see they're carrying around water. They carry around gallon jugs of water, but water. It makes me happy. You drink a lot of herbal teas, ginseng, hibiscus, and licorice. Oh, that sounds wonderful. A licorice tea kind of sounds yummy. Hi, Bub. I'm still really hooked on coffee, which of course comes with cream and sugar. So I am, might as well be drinking soft drinks. All right, Kat, is that what you're doing for the day or what? Hey, maybe it is. I got really lucky, and my first store is just down the road. It's a store I enjoy. H2O, three substances, one perfect element. I'm gonna pat myself on the back just a little. Last night, instead of reaching for a coffee, I just heated up a water and I drank hot water, which I always thought was so strange, but it's oddly comforting and I kind of enjoyed it. I have to admit, I like the Javi every once in a while. Yeah, I overdo it though. I got it from my mama. You just start with coffee and you end the day with coffee. And all through the day, you drink some more coffee. Which is terrible because, from what I understand, it depletes magnesium. And I have had the muscle cramps and stuff. And I think coffee is a big culprit. So I see so many gifts in getting sick this last time. Like maybe it was also a sign for me that I need to be more mindful of what I'm putting into my body. It's a thought. It's an idea. Will I carry through? I'm not going to beat myself up if I don't. I'm going to try not to beat myself up anyways.
Oh, Shanti, every soul now shifting
I thought about, Yogi was talking about that. I think that's something William had mentioned, the pinch of, I think he was saying Himalayan salt, but salt, the idea is salt. Um, but I also said to myself, that's just an excuse because I love salt. I use so much salt. I want to keep this for my friend Lee. I could. Oh, and you should see my elderberry bush out there. It is, well, one's not as much in the sun and the other one's full sun. Well, afternoon sun, anyways. The difference. Oh, all the flowers, I could make elderberry tea, but I really, 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 really love the berries. Matcha. I don't know much about matcha. I hear about it. And I also had this convoluted matcha drink at Starbucks a couple weeks ago, and it was really good. But full of sugar. Okay. I want this right here. If Yogi's listening in the background, Yogi, I feel like there was not enough information given to Lee about sin. And my book just opened to sin versus error. So unless you have something else planned, maybe you can speak on that a little bit, Yogi. Anyways. So interesting. Mhm.
Om Shanti Shanti peace. Sweet Lord Jesus said
You have a kumquat tree? That's really interesting. You use tea from that, from the fruit. I have a persimmon tree. But you know the problem with persimmons? If they're not ripe, they're horrible.
Om Shanti Shanti.
Did you plant that tree yourself, serving? Serving, I've listened, but I've not been in a mindful space to sit down and really pay attention. Which is the story of my life. I need to stop and smell the roses a little bit. And not feel guilty. Are you thinking of one in particular, Redeemer? Oh, you have it in a pot. That's cool. You know what I have that's doing so good is figs. I do have 2 fig trees downstairs and they're getting out of control. And I'm afraid to plant them. Because this girl ain't digging something back up and putting it in a pot and bringing it in. What are you doing, Jack? Are you okay? I used to have a black cat that would attack its leg, and I'd laugh at it, and it would stop what it was doing and look at me and come attack me. Uh-uh. Manner, sir. Serving my Redeemer says, if you find one you like, you have my permission. I've been writing them for 40 years. I just recently found Suno. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I do, during the day at work, as long as I'm in a store with Wi-Fi, that's a good thing for me to listen to today. Thank you. They're so good. I used to house sit for this house, an 1800s house in on the river, and they had a huge fig tree, and they would leave the country, so we'd be there for a few weeks, and I ate so many of those I got sick. But then a few years later, it got hit in the freeze and it died. So rather than enjoy my figs and let them grow, I'm just going to protect them and hold on to them and stunt their growth. It was one of my favorite cats. Octavia.
Om Shanti Shanti peace, sweet Lord Jesus set us free.
The woman singing now, she's somebody I know from Charlotte. And she wanted to have a career in music. She went to Nashville, and she talks about it, how Nashville, just the industries are not a good place. And she was very sensitive to that. She's a great teacher.
Om Shanti Shanti.
Okay, are they not all Jack? Manner, sir. No. If I do a Google search on serving my Redeemer, they all show up. Okay. I thought they might all be on your YouTube. 19. Okay, so we're going to delete that one. Can I do that? Keep the figs as a miniature bonsai. Well, I stuck them outside the other day, and they're probably grown about 2 feet. Thanks, Lee. Lisa's letting us know that he's safe and he's heading home now. I'm glad to hear that, Lee. You know, when I take Jax for walks over, there's a place called Osceola Island, which is closed right now because of the storm, but we used to go for walks out there, and he'd come home with all these hitchhikers, and I could not pull them out, but within a day, he cleaned them all out. He's very good at that. Serving my Redeemer says safe travels, magnetic. Prayers you got moving in the right direction. The area was in Old Bottle Tip. What were you doing, Kat? There we go. I did not know you were out and about like that, Lee. You're out doing the darn thing. Okay. Oh, Lee says an old one high up, loose soil and ash from the railroad. Lee says I'm always as soon as there, buses running in and out. Got a few bits and part video. Oh, good. Okay, done with that. Does Jack remind you of the dragon from Neverending Story? Only a different color? Serving My Redeemer says definitely sounds magnificent. Magnetic North Adventures. Lee, I posted something just for you on my channel. Whenever you get to it, it will be there. Okay, Lee, pass on my greetings to Yogi and Chat as I'm going to do a food shop while in town before you go home. Okay, for sure. Are you okay, Jack? Jack, are you all right? It's a good thing it's almost 5 because I think he's done. Look at, I think I read his mind. That's my boy. Huh. Yeah. All right, I am going to go ahead and end since the entertainment has left the room and probably wants to go outside. You're welcome, Lee. And I will pass on that message to Yogi and everybody. Serving My Redeemer and Lee, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for chatting with me, Serving My Redeemer. I really appreciate you. I love you guys. Have a great day. See you at Yogi's.